a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
In the past, it was about what to wear on Christmas Day. But today it is about what to eat, drink, and where to go for many Ugandans during the festive season. This leads to overspending and at times forgetting how to survive in the following months. The most dreaded month of the year is January. That is why we have Paul Busharizi, a business journalist who has observed the economy for 2 decades, to give us tips on how we can minimize costs this festive season. A very warm welcome to New Vision TV. My name is Nora Mutesi, your host. With me is Paul Busharizi, a business journalist. So he has great knowledge in business, and that is why we have him here today. But also, he studied psychology at Makerere University. He's going to be telling us on how to spend a less stressful Christmas in this season. Paul, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Kindly tell us, so many people they're very stressed about Christmas. How should they spend it in a less stressful way?
Well, that's a big question, and I think in handling our money, and especially since it's Christmas and we want to enjoy, we need to remember, I think one saying, I don't know maybe the saying, who said, but we many times we spend money to buy things we don't need, to impress people who we don't like. So we need to cut those things out. We need to stop buying things we don't need to impress people who we don't like. That's like as the foundation of our spending this Christmas. And that means that we have to be realistic, that there are finite resources, and especially since normally Christmas salaries come much earlier than normal, and you've still got a whole January to go. We have to be more realistic and decide. I mean, so you've been going, okay, let's say you've been going to the village by car every year. This year you feel you must go to the village, but you can't afford to go by car. You might have to go by bus. It might be cheaper, or you might not have to go altogether. So I think as a basis, let's stop spending money we don't have to buy things we don't need to impress people who we don't like.
Okay. Oh, that is so beautiful. But we have some people in the corporate companies, and so they would also like to enjoy Christmas, but they're very busy at the desk. How do you think they should enjoy their Christmas? Well,
thankfully, there's a lot more variety than there used to be, maybe 10, 20 years ago, what to do. But ideally, they should have been planning for their Christmas much earlier. It's a bit late to be planning, but as I said, thankfully there's a lot of variety to do. There's a lot of variety now in Uganda. You can do all sorts of things. There are hotels to go to. There are up country and in Kampala. Why I say also you should have planned it earlier, because right now the prices are really high. So if, for example, you're going to try and book a room now, with days to go to Christmas, it's going to be more expensive than if you booked that room last month this time. So maybe as a going forward in coming years, I think from January 1st you really need to start planning for your Christmas from January 1st.
Okay, that's so beautiful. In terms of doing work, I was sharing with someone, and she was actually a lady, but she was saying work gets onto my shoulder. I have to cook, I have to wash utensils. So how do you have to advise such a person?
Well, I mean, it's a challenge, of course, it's a challenge for our ladies, the women in our homes, that traditionally they're expected to cook. And normally they cook even for big gatherings, big families and all that kind of business. I really don't know what to tell them actually. But worst case scenario, you might consider outside catering. There are a lot of service providers who can do that for you as a lady. Or you might decide to go out altogether, although it might be a bit more expensive. But if we are to be a bit more considerate of the women in our lives, you might want to take them off their feet on that day and take them out, or get outside catering.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That is so beautiful. You've heard what Paul has told us. You can actually choose to go for outside catering. That is so beautiful. So with me and the entire team, thank you very much. We end this show here. Merry Christmas.